Welcome back to another edition of Crash Are You Ready? This is your host, George Whitehurst Barry, and today, as usual, we have with us our very special guest, Linda Runyon. Linda has survived for literally decades living off the land, and she is the real thing, and she brings to us every Monday her survival skills garnered over decades of trial and error, and especially her knowledge, her extensive knowledge of edible wild plants. Linda, welcome back to the program.
Oh, hi, George. And I'm going to open the show on my end here by apologizing for last week. I did not tell you that I had just had dental implant surgery and the day before the show, and I just thought I could get through it. And I see that I was very, very aggressive as I go look back on the show, and I'm really sorry. It was a mistake. I won't make that one again, and I apologize to you. Today's on roots, and by the way, there's no pain today. Okay, today's on roots, so we got a lot to gain today. If everybody had like paper bags, 10 paper bags of roots. I mean, it sounds simplified, but in my mind, from homesteading and everything, 10 paper bags from roots to me was like the world. It was a lot safer than canning because, you know, from my homestead memories, everything exploded in one night at 30 below zero or whatever it was. And anyway, the roots dried, remain forever. And I find that I can give you today, for your own backyard, the quick and easy way to do this. And we're gonna probably is the best thing to say first. Go on our website, which I know George will talk about, and it's ofthefield.com. And our sale is still running with such a tremendous influx of people that we thought maybe we would keep it up. So I can't tell you when it's going to go off. When you go online, ofthefield.com, you'll find that when you hit whatever product is or whatever group of books and DVDs and things like that, you have an immediate sale on everything that's on there. So that's all I can say. Go on ofthefield.com, and you'll see that everything is geared so that you can do for Christmas. We had a lot of people want a lot of decks of cards and things like that. In which case you can do so this way and leave me a note. And if it's a large amount, I'll do the best I can for you. Okay. Okay. Now roots. Roots on page 28 of the Essential Wild Food Field Guide. I cover it pretty thoroughly, but today we're going to be even more thorough than that, because you could write a small book on just roots. So if you have 10 paper bags and you filled them with these 10 roots, and I'm just going to go over it real quick and then we'll go into it detail. If you filled them, you would have like the world. It's like a farm underneath the dirt. The official United States pharmacy from 1831 up through 1965 when it was last updated, the dandelion is the top root. And, of course, it's a blood tonic. It's a blood tonic a lot more than just making French fries out of it and putting it in your salad all winter. It's a blood tonic that you could be using all winter. When you've got the doldrums and whatever, you can stir fry it. There's lots of recipes and stuff connected with it. So that's number one. And that, of course, is extremely easy for you to go out and get. You've probably been digging hundreds of them in the last few years to get rid of them. And the more you dig, even a little piece of root left, they come back. So they are phenomenal trying to give you this blood tonic. They're trying to give you the abundance that we need. And I'll run down the list. Curly dock, these are the times of the year now. These are the ones that you go for. The curly dock, the mullein, which is your big, tall, 6 by 7 foot tall plant. The violet, which you know where they were. You can see the leaves and the young leaves coming on a nice sunny autumn day. there is something you can pull up by hand, actually. And malva, which you have out there, George, by the ton. And goldenrod, which is another blood tonic. Clover, we all have. Be sure that you identify that it's red clover, though, because the roots of the white clover have a little bit too much coumadin in them. So if you're on blood thinners, that would not be a good one. So be sure that you have clover of the red type. The leaves are larger, they're more elliptical, and there's a red, juicy ball on the end. And
all of the details of identifying these plants that Linda's mentioning are in the Essential Wild Food Survival Guide in the DVD and in the Wild Food Survival cards. Again, those of you who are new listeners, Linda briefly mentioned her website, ofthefield.com. That's OFTHEFIELD.com. What better gift to give for the upcoming Christmas season than the gift of survival? So ask Linda about the whole enchilada. That's what I recommend, and we will continue with roots. But for those of you who are new listeners, take a look in the meantime at Linda's website, and if what you want to keep in mind, we're coming up to a break here, is that all of these materials are complementary and supplementary. So, in other words, the book fleshes out what's in the survival cards. The cards are very portable. That's what you can take with you into the field. The DVD is a hands-on, step-by-step demonstration on exactly how to find and then gather and then prepare these edible wild plants. So again, the website is ofthefield.com, and I recommend the whole enchilada. Linda.
Thanks, George. The next one we were saying, clover, it would be Queen Anne's lace, and I'll go into some detail on that later. And even if we run over on that for next week, because that's the one that is a lookalike to another one.
And again, those of you who are beginners, Queen Anne's lace, wild carrot, you probably want to defer even trying to go after that one until you develop some of these wild food skills. Linda?
Thank you. And echinacea, we all know in our garden that we grow, a lot of us do. This is the time of year where the echinacea root is exactly the same as what you're buying, and what you're buying is nothing but the root ground up. I don't know if they grind up the entire thing, flour and all, but I do know I used flour. I just put them in the center of the flowers.
Yeah, the roots are the strongest.
Yeah.
Purple cone flour in the health food stores, and again, you can identify these plants yourself with ease when you get Linda's materials. Back right after the break.